My name is Marcelo Rochard. I am a painter specialized in pet portraits, and in this course, we will paint a pet together from start to finish. Specifically, a long-haired pet, which has very different characteristics compared to short-haired pets. But before we start, I will explain how I left a career as an IT executive to fully dedicate myself to painting pets, which even led me to move to another country. I lived for 2 years in New York and enrolled at the Art Students League of New York, one of the most renowned painting schools in the United States. I will talk about my artistic references, show in detail the materials I use, such as brushes, easels, how I prepare my canvases, varnishing. Then we will move on to the conceptual part, where I will talk about colors, values, edges, how to choose the best photo, composition and drawing, and finally the actual painting, where I will explain what might be the most important part, which is my method of painting, alla prima, and in layers. I will use this setup where the palette is vertical, so you can see my palette at all times while I am painting, and we will also use a photographic reference instead of an iPad or a tablet, because this way we can check the colors at any moment. This course is very comprehensive, covering everything from beginner to advanced levels. We have modules on introduction, materials, concept, painting, and varnishing. If you have any questions, you can find me in the course community. In this class, we are going to paint some first spheres as a warm-up before the painting, and it can also serve as an exercise if you intend to paint a dog with different colors than what we will do in the project. You can use these references if, for example, you're going to paint a black dog, a completely white dog. You can do this kind of exercise as well before starting the painting as a warm-up and as an experiment with the colors you will use. We will start here with a sphere of a black dog. We'll use ivory black with some cadmium. Then I will make a sphere here, carefully shaping it to be perfectly round. I will make this part of the sphere our darkest area, ensuring it has a deep, rich shadow. Then I start adding a bit of white paint, and we begin to get the midtones, which will create a smooth transition between the dark and light areas. It is quite a quick exercise, but very interesting as well. It also serves as an exercise for you to test the colors you want to work with. If you are unsure whether to use black, like ivory black, or if you want to use a black in a mixture of Prussian blue with cadmium red, which is also a possibility. Now I will start here with the lightest part. We have a reflection here. We can create a reflection zone with a reflected light here at the bottom. And here's the highlight, which is the brightest area we have. Well, here we have already made the first sphere. It's a pretty quick exercise, more for warming up. Now we can make a sphere with a color that is more similar to the one that we will be working with in our reference. And we are going to use yellow ochre with cadmium red. The darkest part is basically ivory black with cadmium red. Of a white dog, I would use more of a bluish tone, a little bit of cadmium yellow, and to neutralize a little bit of red, we can use Prussian blue with cadmium red by mixing them together to make our darkest shade of this white fur. We can create a warm shadow and a cool light for our painting. Normally, this is what happens. When the light is cool, the shadow is warm. When the light is warm, the shadow is cool. This is just a simple exercise, but I think it's important for a pre-painting warm-up, so you can test the colors you want to use. It also serves as a color test, so what color combination will you use to make the brown coat, to make the white coat, to make the black coat? And I strongly recommend that you do this before starting the painting.